Episode 9, The Morning After. Marcus woke to the smell of coffee and the distant clatter of dishes. For a moment, disoriented in the unfamiliar darkness, he couldn't remember where he was. Then it all came rushing back. The chase through the Nexus, Frank Kowalski's intervention, the long night of planning and revelation. Gray dawn light filtered through the heavy curtains of Frank's living room. Marcus sat up on the couch, his back stiff, his father's evidence box sitting on the coffee table like a loaded weapon. The apartment was quiet except for sounds from the kitchen. He found Frank at the stove, dressed in worn slacks and a white undershirt, spatula in hand. The old man glanced over his shoulder. Coffee's on the counter. Eggs'll be ready in a minute. Marcus poured himself a cup, the ceramic mug warm in his hands. You didn't have to. I'm cooking anyway. Sit. They ate in silence at first. Scrambled eggs and toast. Simple food that tasted better than it had any right to. Frank ate methodically, like a man who'd learned not to waste anything, including time. What time is it? Marcus asked. 7:15. Time's office opens at 9. We should call around 8:30. Catch Hutchins before he gets buried in the day's work. Marcus nodded, pushing eggs around his plate. His stomach felt tight despite his hunger. What if he doesn't remember my father? It's been 20 years. Your father made that tape specifically naming him. That means something. Frank set down his fork, fixing Marcus with a steady gaze. But we need to be smart about this. The DeLucas know you have the evidence now. They'll be watching, listening. We can't use my phone. Too easy to trace. So where? There's a payphone at the bodega on 183rd. Public, busy, hard to monitor without being obvious. Frank stood, carrying his plate to the sink. But first, we need to check on your friends. 20 minutes later, Marcus stood at another payphone outside a different bodega, Frank keeping watch from across the street. The morning was cool, the Bronx slowly waking up around them. Marcus fed coins into the slot and dialed Beth Israel Hospital. Beth Israel, how may I direct your call? I'm calling to check on 2 patients who were brought in last night, Robert Castellano and Diane Washington. A pause, the sound of papers shuffling. Are you family? I'm a close friend. I was there when it happened. Another pause, longer this time. Marcus's heart hammered against his ribs. Mr. Castellano is in stable condition, room 412. Ms. Washington is also stable, room 418. Visiting hours begin at 10. The relief was so intense Marcus had to lean against the payphone booth. Thank you so much. He hung up and crossed to Frank, nodding. They're both stable. We can visit at 10. Good. Frank checked his watch. That gives us time to make the other call first. Let's move. They walked 3 blocks to the bodega on 183rd. A different neighborhood, different faces. Frank bought a pack of cigarettes he didn't smoke while Marcus positioned himself at the phone outside. The street was busier here, people heading to work, kids walking to school. Good cover. Marcus had written the number on a scrap of paper, the New York Times main line. His father had written it in his notebook, along with Gerald Hutchins's name and a note. If something happens to me, he'll listen. Tell him about the factory. He'll understand. The coins clinked into the slot. Marcus dialed. New York Times, how may I direct your call? Gerald Hutchins, please, investigative desk. 1 moment. The phone rang. Once, twice, 3 times. Marcus's palms were sweating. Hutchins. The voice was rough, older, impatient. A man who'd answered too many phones, chased too many dead-end tips. Mr. Hutchins, my name is Marcus Chen. You don't know me, but you knew my father, James Chen. Silence. Then, James Chen. Jesus Christ. How old are you? 25. Then you would have been 5 years old when it happened. Another pause. I'm sorry, kid. Your father was a good man, brave man. What he tried to do, it wasn't an accident, Marcus interrupted. The factory accident. It was murder. The DeLuca family killed him because he witnessed their heroin operation at the docks. The silence this time was different. Sharp, focused. How do you know this? Because he left evidence, a safety deposit box, photographs, detailed notes, a cassette tape with his full testimony. Everything he saw, everything he documented. Names, dates, locations. And now the DeLucas know I have it. Where are you calling from? A payphone in the Bronx. Smart. Don't use the same phone twice. Hutchins' voice had changed, become crisp, professional. Listen to me carefully. The DeLuca family is extremely dangerous. If they know you have evidence against them, you're already a target. Have they made a move? Last night. They sent men to where I was staying. 2 people were injured. They're in Beth Israel now. I got away with the evidence. Beth Israel. Your friends give statements to the police? I don't know. I haven't been able to talk to them yet. Don't. The word was sharp. Not until we talk in person. The DeLucas have people everywhere. Cops, judges, union officials. You can't trust anyone official until we know exactly what you have and how to use it. Marcus felt the world tilt slightly. You're saying the police might be compromised? I'm saying the DeLucas have been operating in this city for 30 years without serious prosecution. That doesn't happen by accident. They have protection, kid. Deep protection. Hutchins paused. Where's the evidence now? Safe. With someone I trust. Keep it that way. Don't tell me where. Don't tell anyone. Can you get to Manhattan? Yes. There's a diner on West 44th between 8th and 9th. The Starlight. Meet me there at 1 o'clock. Come alone, but make sure someone knows where you're going. If you don't show, they should assume the worst. Marcus swallowed hard. Okay. And Marcus, if you're lying to me, if this is some kind of game or shakedown, walk away now. I don't have time for bullshit. It's real. Everything my father documented is real. Then we'll see you at 1. Hutchins hung up. Marcus stood there for a moment, receiver still pressed to his ear, listening to the dial tone. Frank appeared at his elbow. How'd it go? He remembers my father. He wants to meet. 1 o'clock, Manhattan. Good. Frank guided him away from the phone. Now let's go see your friends. And Marcus? When we get to the hospital, let me do most of the talking if there are any cops around. You're just a concerned friend visiting. Nothing more. They caught the subway at 183rd Street, riding downtown in the Monday morning crush. Marcus kept the evidence box, now wrapped in a paper shopping bag Frank had provided, clutched against his chest. Every face could be a threat. Every glance could be surveillance. Beth Israel Hospital rose gray and imposing on First Avenue. Frank led them through the main entrance, past the information desk, up the elevator to the 4th floor. The corridor smelled of disinfectant and boiled vegetables. A uniformed cop sat on a chair outside room 412, reading the daily news. Frank approached casually. We're here to see Robert Castellano, friends of his. The cop looked up, bored, young, maybe 25, with the soft face of someone who'd pulled desk duty. He's sleeping. Doctor says no visitors till noon. What about Diane Washington? Room 418? Same thing. Both of them got pretty banged up last night. You know what happened? Just heard they were in some kind of accident, Frank said smoothly. We wanted to make sure they were okay. The cop nodded, already losing interest. Come back after lunch. They should be awake by then. Frank steered Marcus back toward the elevator. Only when the doors closed did the old man speak. Did you see his badge number? No. Neither did I. Could be legit protection, could be DeLuca insurance. Either way, your friends are in a hospital bed with a cop at the door. That tells me the police are involved now, which means things are about to get complicated. They rode down in silence. In the lobby, Frank paused by a payphone. Call the hospital again. Different line. Ask to speak to the officer guarding Robert Castellano's room. See if they'll tell you his name and precinct. Marcus did as instructed. The operator connected him to the 4th floor nurses' station. I'm calling about the officer stationed outside Robert Castellano's room, Marcus said. I need to know how to contact him about the incident last night. That would be Officer DeMarco, 41st Precinct. But he's just here for protection, not investigation. You'd need to speak to the detectives handling the case. And who would that be? Let me check. Detectives Sullivan and Rizzo, also 41st. Would you like their number? Marcus wrote it down, thanked her, hung up. He turned to Frank. 41st Precinct, Detectives Sullivan and Rizzo. Frank's face went very still. Rizzo. You know him? I know the name, Anthony Rizzo. His uncle is Carlo Rizzo, DeLuca family consigliere. Frank's jaw tightened. Your father was right to be careful. The rot goes deep. They left the hospital, walking quickly, but not running. Marcus felt the evidence box heavy in his arms, felt the weight of his father's sacrifice pressing down on him. What do we do? He asked. We keep the appointment with Hutchins. We give him everything, the evidence, the names, the whole story, and we pray he's still the kind of journalist who gives a damn about the truth. Frank checked his watch. It's 10:30 now. We've got time to get you cleaned up, get some food in you. You need to look presentable when you meet him. They took the subway back to the Bronx, to Frank's apartment. Marcus showered and changed into the spare clothes Frank provided. Slacks and a button-down shirt that were slightly too big but clean. He looked at himself in the bathroom mirror and barely recognized the person staring back. 24 hours ago, he'd been an artist trying to make it in New York. Now he was a target, carrying evidence that could destroy a crime family. When he emerged, Frank had made sandwiches and was packing them into a small bag. "For the trip," the old man explained, "and take this." He held out a folded $20 bill. "Cab fare if you need it, emergency money." "I can't." "You can, and you will. Your father saved this evidence for 20 years. You're going to honor that by staying alive long enough to see it used." Frank's expression softened slightly. "Besides, I'm invested now. Can't have you getting killed before we finish this." Marcus took the money, throat tight. "Thank you." "Thank me when the DeLucas are in prison." Frank walked him to the door. "The Starlight Diner, 1 o'clock. Don't be late. And Marcus, if anything feels wrong, anything at all, you walk away. The evidence isn't worth your life. My father thought it was. Your father was trying to protect you. Don't waste that sacrifice by being stupid." Marcus nodded, gripping the evidence box. He left Frank's apartment and made his way to the subway, hyper-aware of every person around him, every car that slowed as it passed. The train downtown was crowded, anonymous faces pressed together in the Monday crush. Marcus stood near the door, the evidence box held close. He thought about his father, 20 years ago, making this same journey with the same fear. Had James Chen known he was going to die? Had he accepted it as the price of doing the right thing? The train rattled through the darkness. Marcus watched the stations flash past, 125th, 96th, 72nd, Times Square. At 42nd Street, he got off and climbed the stairs into the gray Manhattan morning. West 44th Street was a canyon of office buildings and theaters, the lunch crowd just beginning to emerge. Marcus found the Starlight Diner wedged between a parking garage and a shuttered bookstore. Through the window, he could see red vinyl booths and a long counter, the place half empty in the pre-lunch lull. He checked his watch. 12:45. 15 minutes early. Marcus pushed through the door. A bell chimed. The waitress, middle-aged, tired eyes, gestured toward the booths. "Sit anywhere, honey." He chose a booth in the back with a clear view of the entrance. Ordered coffee he didn't want. The evidence box sat on the seat beside him, wrapped in Frank's paper bag, looking like nothing more than someone's lunch. The minutes crawled past. 12:50, 12:55, 1 o'clock. The door opened. A man entered. Late 40s, gray suit slightly rumpled, face lined with the kind of exhaustion that came from seeing too much and caring too hard. He scanned the diner with professional efficiency, spotted Marcus, and walked over. "Marcus Chen?" "Mr. Hutchins." The journalist slid into the booth across from him. Up close, Marcus could see the intelligence in his eyes, the wariness of someone who'd been burned before. Hutchins didn't waste time. "Show me." Marcus pulled the evidence box from the bag and set it on the table. Hutchins opened it, his expression unchanging as he examined the contents. The notebook, the photographs, the cassette tape. He spent a long time on the photographs, studying each one carefully. "These are good," he said finally. "Clear faces, readable license plates. Your father knew what he was doing." He picked up the notebook, flipped through it. Jesus. He documented everything. Dates, times, shipment sizes. This is...
Thanks for watching our stories. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more epic adventures. Thanks for watching our stories. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more epic adventures.